The second presidential debate is this Sunday in ye old Gateway to the West, the home of the fallen Redbirds, happily denied a playoff spot this year by the Giants and the Mets, who happen to be playing just a few miles from here tonight. Yay. That's right. We're talking about St. Louis. We have already seen Trump, of course, practicing some new moves in the campaign trail in advance of that debate. There are also a few tips that he might be able to take from Mike Pence's performance last night. Unlike Trump in the first presidential debate, Pence often turned the moderator's questions into opportunities to attack Hillary Clinton. He also looked straight into the camera and spoke directly to the American people.
Honestly, Senator, you can roll out the numbers and the sunny side, but I got to tell you, people in Scranton, no different. People in Fort Wayne, Indiana, no different. I mean, this economy is struggling. You heard one of the last things he mentioned was border security. That's how Washington always plays it. I can make it very clear to the American people. After traveling millions of miles as our Secretary of State, after being the architect of the foreign policy of this administration, America is less safe today than it was the day that Barack Obama became president of the United States.
So, Mark, that's a good debater's skill. It always is effective. Donald Trump didn't do it very much in the first debate. Mike Pence did it last night. What else? Trump could clearly learn from that. What else can he learn from?
Amazing that Tim Kaine failed.
Totally,
to do that.
utterly.
He was trying to fight with the moderator and fight with Mike Pence.
And he didn't seem to know where the cameras even were. He didn't even know which camera to talk to.
Amazing to me. They obviously went over with him. I don't know how he didn't do it. You know, make America great again. The Democrats have pretty effectively tried to turn it into a negative slogan. Right. Why America's great now.
Right.
Donald Trump sees it as an optimistic thing. And one thing that Pence has always been good at, despite some quarters of the liberal media calling him dour, he has always been good at Reagan-esque optimism. Yep. Look at this and think about if Trump talked more like this on Sunday.
Yeah.
When Donald Trump becomes president of the United States, we're going to have a stronger America. When you hear him say he wants to make America great again, when we do that, I truly do believe the American people are going to be standing taller. They're going to see that real change can happen after decades of just talking about it. And when that happens, the American people are going to stand tall, stand together, and we'll have the kind of unity that's been missing for way too long.
That is the kind of message that Trump could absolutely adapt. I was surprised he didn't do more of it in the first debate. He got so caught up in negativity against Hillary Clinton.
Well, he could adopt it. And, you know, part of the problem is that Trump, the Democrats are right about this. I mean, Trump's book, everything that it basically says America's in a hellhole. It's in the crapper, and I need to fix it. So it's not, his message is optimistic in the sense that he wants to improve the country, but his view of where America is now is pretty dark and pessimistic. That's been true through the Republican convention and all along. So it'll be hard for him to be as sunny about America as Mike Pence, but he's got to try a little bit. There's another thing that Pence did, I think, well, which is he's folksy and plain-spoken. Donald Trump is not from Indiana. We're going to watch how Pence talks about this. But I do think that Trump could learn something from the colloquial way in which Pence talked. Let's take a look at that.
I have to tell you, I'm a small-town boy from a place not too different from Farmville. I grew up with a cornfield in my backyard. My grandfather had immigrated to this country when he was about my son's age. My mom and dad built everything that matters in a small town in southern Indiana. They built a family and a good name.
So there's a couple of things about that, one of which is, as I said, the colloquialism of it. And the other thing is the biographical nature of it. He's talking about himself in kind of human, relatable terms. Again, didn't see a lot of that from Donald Trump on the first debate.
I mean, Trump, you know, he likes fast food and he was born in Queens, but he's never going to be at the same level of Pence at talking about being a more ordinary person. Donald Trump's life for the last several decades has been anything but ordinary. At the same time, I think, you know, he's yet to, in a compelling and heartfelt, seemingly heartfelt way, talk about people he's met out on the campaign trail, a staple of running for president. And in the town hall, if Trump can't react to people asking him questions in a way that suggests he understands what their lives are like, he will be on the short end of that kind of exchange.
Or talk about his family. You know, he loves his kids. You know, he loves his kids, his grandkids. He loves, you know, he's got a father.
Yeah, he loves his grandkids, but he said he couldn't talk about them for more than like a minute.
But you know what I'm saying, right? I mean, there are things that he could, Trump, I mean, again, both of these candidates, Hillary Clinton has had this problem too, needs to be able to kind of talk about themselves in a more human way that people can relate to.
Pence was strong on that and a model for anybody in a debate like this.